Snow, and this is Gas and Go. All right, welcome to another episode of Gas and Go with Snow. I am out here at Cars and Coffee in South OC, and this is the car of the day. Chris, first of all, hey, thanks for taking the time to do this.
Yeah.
Tell me about your shop, first of all. Where'd you build this?
Okay, so we're in Santa Ana.
Okay.
And this is the second, well, we built 2 cars this past year. We went to SEMA and revealed them for the first time. So these are our first 2 builds.
And that was my introduction to this. I saw this at SEMA, but I didn't see you, so I didn't really get to get the inside scoop.
Yeah, so I built my own cars previously, and those got a lot of attraction. And I thought, well, maybe we can do this for real, and I opened the shop. So this is one of 2 cars that we've built as a shop now, and we just finished them in November. Now I'm putting in break-in miles, just testing, and I've got like 150 miles on it so far.
Just 150 miles?
Yeah.
Okay, so I've been seeing her on, the social media stuff, and one of the things that really caught my eye and made me notice the car was the stripe, right? Because it just pops against the white camo paint.
Yeah.
So what made you do the yellow stripe?
I don't, I went to school for art, and a lot of this stuff, I just feel it, It's the same for the design of the car.
Right.
We didn't set out to make camo paint. It's kind of what the car asked for, when I looked at it.
I love that, because that's one of the things that with people, they don't see. Like when I see an old car, I see what it could be, right?
Right.
And the fact that you said that you let the car tell you what it's going to be.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Well, okay. The beauty of every car, that what everybody wants to know is what's under the hood.
Right.
Show us the power plant. I mean, what is it?
It's a 526 cubic inch FE motor.
Okay.
Shelby crate engine. So it's an aluminum block.
Okay.
So we get to stay true to the car's heritage with the FE motor, big block Ford. But we get to be lightweight, and we get to make more power.
Wow. So she is way back. I'll bet that the weight distribution on this is awesome.
It's 50-50. Yeah. So the motor's back 10 inches from where it would have been from the factory.
Okay.
It's also an inch to the passenger side to offset
the driver. Yeah.
So we actually have 50-50 cross weight as well.
No way. Okay. All right. So, but tell me why? Why a race car? Why a Galaxy? And what is this? This is a Galaxy 500?
It is Galaxy 500, 1964.
Yep.
My dad, Galaxies are his favorite car.
Okay.
And so I wanted to build a car around that, but I was struggling to figure out a theme until I saw the Goodwood races. Okay. And I saw that Ford, Holman and Moody sent 3 lightweight Galaxies to Europe in '63. Okay. And they raced. And so now in Goodwood, you can see the cars still racing vintage, but they're racing like Mini Coopers and Jaguars and like these really tiny cars.
And that's got to be hilarious, seeing this little car going around and this big old giant massive Ford chasing him down.
Huge classic big block Ford just pounding down the straights and passing them all like nothing. And then in the turns, all the little lightweight cars go around them. And so they're entertaining races. And I just thought that was the coolest thing, to see a car so big go so fast. Right. And that's when I decided to build it. It's on a full race chassis. Okay. So there's nothing. The only thing that's Galaxy at this point is the body. Okay. And then the dash. Everything else is all custom built.
So, let's check out the dash. So tell me a little bit about the dash. Yeah, go ahead and get a look at that.
The only thing we did with the dash was we put new style gauges in it. Okay. From Classic Instruments. Okay. But aside from that, it's,
basically a stock dash.
It's the stock dash. Okay. And the wood, we did have to, that chrome trim above the steering wheel, it used to have like the radio and a bunch of switches, headlight switches and stuff. Yeah. And we don't need that now because we've got the switch on the center console. And actually,
so tell me a little bit about the center console.
Yeah, so you can see the transmission tunnel is huge, and that's because the motor and the transmission and the exhaust is all above the belly pan.
Oh, really? So you have the exhaust tucked up in there also?
Yeah. So the belly of this car is completely flat and aluminum from front to rear. It's flat. Okay. Yeah. So we put all our switches in the center on the transmission tunnel because the motor came so far back. The firewall came back. The C had to come back. Now I can't reach the dash
Okay, I got
So I had to put the switches close to me on the transmission tunnel, so there's no switches on the dash. So the dash, we basically we cut that piece of wood. It's olive wood off of one of my properties.
Okay.
A tree that had died.
Yeah.
And so my girlfriend she milled that piece of wood and stained it and everything, put it up there so he could keep the trim from the original Galaxy.
And then I noticed the secret sauce. I'm guessing that's the juice.
So this is a really cool setup. As I said, it's a full race car chassis. The rear axle is 3-link, but the upper link is sprung.
Okay.
So it's got 2 shocks on it. And so the axle can twist forwards and the axle can twist backwards. So it's under acceleration or braking. The axle absorbs some of the shock. So you get more traction in the rear when you're braking and also accelerating than you would normally. So 700 horsepower, you don't want to break loose. Right. So the secret sauce switches over there, knobs, they adjust the compression and rebound for the rear axle.
For the suspension on the rear axle.
So I can tune it on the fly to the race surface.
Excellent. And I noticed you got, those got to be custom shoes on there.
Yeah, these are signature wheels. Okay. 20s in the front, 21s in the rear. They're both 13 inches wide square. Okay. Wow. All the way around. 325, 30, 20s and 21s. These are Michelin Pilot Sports.
Okay. Yeah. And then, okay, so now I noticed up here on the back, normally you'd have the exhaust sticking out the side or on the, but now that you told me everything is tucked up under the belly pan, now I totally see the functionality of this. Yeah. Man, that looks sick.
Yeah, especially with the big diffuser in the rear. We were either originally I wanted to do a blown diffuser, so I wanted to put the exhaust out in the diffuser.
This is so nice.
I couldn't get by the gas tank without running the exhaust right next to it, and I didn't want to heat soak the fuel. Right. Exactly. So I just decided to cut it short and send it out the top. You know, I like the supercars with the top mount. The 600 LT has top mounted exhaust. The 918 Porsche has top mounted exhaust. So
this looks so cool, though.
Yeah. So that black piece, that surround there, is 3D printed. It's a 3D printed aluminum, and the same for these taillights. So I made these taillights. This is cast or 3D printed aluminum that's just polished. Okay. And then these are cast lenses.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So that's all built in house.
All right, now I noticed the fans here. So what are we doing with the fans here?
So we're pulling air from above the belly pan. Okay. So it's in the transmission tunnel. We're pulling air out of there. And the left one is cooling the differential oil, and the right one is chilling the fuel.
Okay. Ah, okay. And that diffuser looks so slick, though.
Yeah, and it's full functional. You know, it goes. You can see.
Wow, yeah, that's totally. And those tires look so massive from back here.
Right? Yeah.
Man. Well, hey, you know what? This is an awesome piece of work. And to me, this is art in motion right here, man. Hey, thanks again for doing this. I appreciate you. Yeah. And you know what? I think we need to go take a look at the Mustang. Yeah. I'll see you guys next time on Gas and Go with Snow.